The past 20 years, East Peoria has focused on developing the city. Sam Matheny explains how increased shopping, dining, entertainment has city leaders seeing an even brighter economic future.
I think what you see now is just the beginning of it. The increased revenue, increased traffic. You look here now and cars are driving by at a constant pace.
East Peoria looks different than it did 20 years ago. The city has since brought in more businesses, such as retail stores and restaurants in the Levy District. Planning and Community Development Director Ty Livingston says with more people spending their time and money in East Peoria, sales tax revenue has increased, freeing up funds for future developments.
One of the telling figures is the Levy District represents over $100 million in public and private investment. And that's really a great thing to be a part of, that we went from an area that had really nothing going on. The city is in a much stronger financial position than it was 20 years ago.
There were years where we spent $400,000 to $600,000 on streets, and that was it.
$500,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money to fix roads and other infrastructures, but this year alone, the city of East Peoria started a near $10 million project to fix Springfield Road, and more money is going towards other projects.
They like coming to the Levy District and the surrounding areas of East Peoria and shopping. We believe it's beneficial.
Decker says the city is focusing on residential development now. Currently, a luxury apartment complex next to City Hall is under construction. The city says the first tenants could move in about a year. In East Peoria, Sam Matheny, 25 News.